Hello everyone, this is Fi. Today we're checking out the Mysterious Cat Tower. Indev demo 02. I've not played this before, don't know anything about it. We are going to give a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. Game page here, it says warning contains music. I don't hear anything so far from the game, but we'll check out if that's... I don't know if I might have to adjust the levels as I typically tend to need to. But continuing on, it mentions some updates, some added things, controls, WASD or arrow keys for movement, mouse to click on things, E or Z to interact with things, keys 1 to 9 to select cards during battle, T to end your turn, Enter or P to open close menu, Escape to exit all menus, F11 or Alt plus Enter to toggle full screen, M to mute audio, plus not the numpad 1 to increase volume, minus not the numpad 1 to decrease volume, numpad plus to cheat, numpad minus to call a rocket ship and skip gameplay. Okay. There's a lot of stuff here, but I guess E or Z, WASD, Z, keys 1 to 9, T to end your turn, Enter or P to open close menu. That seems really weird. Yeah, especially because it's using WASD and the mouse. Having to reach all the way to the other side of the keyboard to hit a key to open the menu. Sounds kind of bonkers. I might suggest like the tab key would be a lot comfier probably. But yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can jump into this. Let's get rid of the overlay. I'm not sure if this is going to be loud. I've not seen anything past the screen here. Got start demo and continue. I haven't played before, of course, so before we do that, I'm going to hit Alt Enter. Hopefully that will... Yeah. Alright, so we're in full screen now. Alright, there's the music. Is this going to... Alright, let me check the levels here. Let's turn it down a bit. Yeah, it's pretty loud, which is not surprising. It's very common when I'm playtesting games that people have music or just their general game audio is quite loud. I tend to suggest to turn it down a bit, but hopefully it sounds okay for you. I guess it's Pokin. Anna, go see who it is. Oh, okay, so it looks like we can open the menu even though we're in the middle of dialogue here. Also, did the music just slow down? It seems the tempo dropped off a lot here. I don't know if that's just how it was written or what, but so I don't know how to okay, I think I might have hit Q. I'm trying to figure out how to advance the dialogue here. Okay, Q seems to work. I'm assuming E will too. Already we've got some profanity here. It's a little unexpected. So movement's a little weird. I mean, it's not that it's weird. It's pretty fast, but the way the sprite kind of flips around, like it kind of pivots on something like kind of like right here instead of kind of being centered. So I don't really know where my character is positioned exactly. I don't know if that will be relevant to the gameplay here. I don't know if it's like a turn-based battle system or something that we're gonna end up with, but that is a little bit weird. I'm sure there's a number of placeholder graphics here so far. Alright, so this took control away. It might be nice if you do the thing like you have the letterboxing that comes in, the black bars in the top and bottom or whatever, when you lose control like that, so it communicates to the player that control is being taken away from them for a moment, so it doesn't like weird them out. What took you so long? Gaming. Who was it? I don't know what we're talking about. Kingman wanted to give you some candy. They're shaped like video game characters. Are these drugs? I have no idea what's going on. Why is somebody giving... I think it's your little sister some drugs? I don't know. This is a very weird narrative to be thrown into here. I got a hearty potion. You can try and get rid of that mouse for now. I guess it said you could click on things, right? I don't know what what things would be clicked on. I'll try to find out. Maybe I can talk to her again? No, I guess not. Looks like I kind of am drawing over her for some reason. Oh, I could push her around, I think. Okay, maybe not. It looked like she shifted slightly. Oh, yep. Yeah, for some reason, if I run into the little sister just the right way, it seems to be like in the corner or something. It kind of shifts her around, I think. I don't know, the controls are really touchy, but yeah, it could have been something I imagined, something to do with how it's rendered, but it looked like she got pushed around. I don't really know what that was, but it was quite unexpected, I guess. Hey, Pokey, I left a little GIF with your sis. This is weird. Okay. So again, the draw order of things seems to be wonky. The save, wait. I have to use the mouse to interact? Okay. A little weird because I haven't used the mouse up until now, so I feel like I should just use like WASD to go up and down. But I guess this is what is intended here. Already full. Alright, so deck building. I guess we'll click on save. So yeah, so this is drawing on top of me. Same with this. Wait, I think I can read this presumably. Bleed is a status effect that deals damage and reduces itself by 1 at the start of the turn. Okay, so it sounds like a nice tip. It's just kind of, it feels like it's just thrown out of nowhere because I don't have any idea what this game is even about yet. How this game plays out or anything. So to be given a tip like this about a specific aspect of the game. Oh, wait, there's more? Oh. Okay. Yeah, but as I was saying, it seems very out of place. I think you should actually kind of introduce the game mechanics before you start giving tips and stuff. Also, the other thing, like, I didn't realize it at first that there was another amount of text after the first one here. So you might want to do some kind of like add like a little arrow that blinks or something so you can kind of indicate that there's another thing you can do here, because I was just gonna walk away, and that's nice to just have some kind of a little visual feedback that you can or you should press an input to advance the text. Just in general throughout the game, that's a good thing to have. Okay, so I have to bump into this guy. I tried pressing E at first. Alright. So yeah, it looks like we are fighting a crab with a shotgun. A little bit noisy visually around here, but... Oh, okay, so we've got some nice tooltips. That's a nice touch. We'll deal 2 blood damage next turn. Takes 25% less damage for each living ally. So do I just click on a card then? Interesting visual. So it's got this kind of weird outline that sort of hovers offset from the card, which I'm guessing is kind of an artistic choice. It's a little, I mean, this is obviously got some placeholder stuff and the scribbly lines and stuff, but it looks interesting. Impact, deal 9 damage, block, gain 7 armor, impact, deal 9 damage, Hardy Potion, restore 20 health, draw 1 card, deal 9 damage. Okay, and it has a, it looks like a blood drop. I'm assuming is like a cost. And this mentions blood damage. So is blood just everything? You spend blood and you take damage on your blood? I don't know what this stuff is in the corners here. Spells. Stats, I guess. It's a bit hard to look at visually. So all the text being the same color I think doesn't help, except for like this here and this here. It all just kind of blends together a bit. Same color and same font and everything. Alright, each point increases maximum health by 4. Each 2 points decreases damage taken from bleeding by 1. Each 2 points increases all healing by 1%. 1% of your max health back whenever you defeat an enemy. 4 points increases bonus damage gained by 1. Each point increases all card damage by 1%. Huh. Okay, wisdom does nothing right now. Not implemented. Alright. Alright, so this seems to be just some rough concepts of something. Probably not even going to affect the demo, I'm guessing. Okay. Talents. We got Blood, Arcane, Chaos, Skill. Vitality. Might be nice to have like an animation showing what's selected. This stands out a little more. You know, just like a flashing effect or something. Draw 2 cards when you lose health for the first time in a fight. It says next rank. So I guess I don't have it yet. I don't know. Whenever you lose health, heal for 1. Store 1 health every time you attack a bleeding enemy. Requires level 5. Alright, so it looks like there's a lot of different things you can throw some kind of points into. And we've got our deck here. Seems like interesting concepts. Got a hardy potion. Alright, so we've definitely got some UI work in the game so far. It's nice. I think I like this screen the most of all out of all of these. I'm not sure if this art, like how much of this is placeholder, if this is kind of the intended style with the sort of scribbly lines and stuff. So it's hard to like judge on that, not knowing if this is going to be cleaned up or if it's going to be kept the way it is, more or less. Can't really make assumptions about that. But yeah, I like this because it's kind of, I think it's laid out nicely. It's not too busy. We've got the nice clear text down here. Not everything is crammed together. This is a little busy. So again, I think if the lines and everything were actually cleaned up, it might look a little bit less. And we can, oh, okay, I clicked on this. I guess, all right, so I don't like having to click on this little individual, this one little spot down here to get away from this. Like if I could just click away, it'd be a lot comfier. And this doesn't read very well as a closed thing to me. That's mildly annoying in my opinion, but looks like we have, so we've got all these impacts and all of these blocks, but we have this card here in my hand that's not represented here, so that's kind of odd. And this is just like quick buttons to access the menu stuff, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead, and he's got 24 health. I don't know what armor does. I'm gonna try the, oh. All right, oh, it changes the order though. Okay. I wonder if there's a better way you could fan this out. It's kind of weird the way that this one kind of hides. And alright, so the scrolling is a little awkward because it's not, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like a linear thing where you go across. Like there's a threshold that kind of, I don't know, is a little weird in a sense. I can understand the thinking why you would do that, but I think the way it feels to me, it would be comfier to be able to scroll through these without that threshold that kind of moves back and forth like that. I don't think it'd be hard to like hold the mouse steady, you know. If you just had like a I hope you kind of know what I'm talking about, because it's really hard to describe in words, but the threshold you cross over to scroll to the next card, if it was just like a line that was the same for left or right, and you had everything evenly split up like that, I think it would feel a lot comfier to scroll through. Because right now it seems like it kind of resists your motion. Like if I want to move to the next one, I move the mouse and it kind of resists it for a while until it like goes over that little bump, and then it shows the next one. So it kind of feels like it's fighting against me a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so this, it kind of moves pretty slow. I don't really like how slow it is. I would definitely, I'm sure it's just, oh, what? Oh, okay, so this is got a different UI that goes a little funky here when I drag to here. But I'm sure it's just a lot of smoothing on it, but it feels like it's all of a sudden sluggish. Like my cursor, it kind of, you know, it moves as fast as I move the mouse, and then as soon as I pick this up, not this one, I think it works better with this one, but as soon as I pick this up, it kind of, the card kind of grabs my attention more than the actual cursor does, so it feels like my cursor is all of a sudden more sluggish. It's actually just the card, but it just doesn't feel very good in my opinion. So it's a really small thing, but when it comes to these little details where it's kind of the foundational things that you're interacting with constantly throughout the game, I think it's super important to get these early small details really refined, because of just the fact that I mentioned, like it's what you're interacting with the whole time while you're always playing the game. So making those as comfy as possible, I think, helps. Also, I like the way this is laid out right now. I guess accidentally got my cards fanned out in a more reasonable manner, where this one isn't like behind two cards. So I'm not sure if that was a bug of some sort, but this looks a lot nicer in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and try this. I guess we just click, oh, can we keep playing cards? See, I don't, okay, we got spells down here. I don't know what the actual rules are for playing. Okay, I guess that did damage. There wasn't much feedback. I guess there was a little number 9 that popped off really quick, but it was quite fast. But just keep playing until I run out of cards. I guess I can't play this one. Okay, there's another meter down here. Is this... I wasn't really paying attention, so I don't know if that was being exhausted. Or this thing. I don't know, just click on intern and try to figure it out later. Okay, at 15. Huh. Okay, so last time it was a 2x, and this time it's a 15. I don't know what that really means. Like 2x of what? And how does that compare to the 15? I don't know what 2x versus 15 means. This does say 15 damage, so I might, you know, consider that it might be 15 off of this number, which is kind of weird. Because last time it said 2x, right? So I would suggest that 5 was 2x of something. And now it says 15. Like, why would it just say 15 all of a sudden? It's like way more than whatever 2x was. I don't quite understand this. Oh, I did have the armor though, so maybe that had something to do with it. But yeah, that is confusing. But I do like how it seems to just give a clear suggestion of what's going to happen. Like, it's not just a... you know, most RPGs, they don't really give you an idea of what the next attack is going to be. That you just have to like get some vague idea of like how strong this enemy is, and try to, you know, make broadly educated guesses about what's going to happen and that kind of thing, or just react to whatever does happen, I guess. So it's a little unusual to get that much information, but I think that's a nice thing. Maybe it works better for a game involving cards and numbers and stuff like this. I guess we just kill it. Okay, so this went back up to 15. Maybe that's experience points. So maybe this number has to do with the number of cards you can play. Extra reward, a good card. Okay. So one thing I want to mention, this might be a little obvious, but when you do actions, when the feedback is like instantaneous, it doesn't really register well mentally to the player. Which sounds kind of backwards depending on how you think of it, but you know, it works better if you have some kind of, you know, like a little animation or something. You just kind of take your time showing every step of what's happening, basically. So like, okay, you play this, and then there's just like a little, you know, very brief pause, and it's like, okay, this happened, and then very brief pause, and, you know, you kind of just make everything kind of happen step by step so you can kind of mentally register everything. As it is right now, it's like when you drop a card in the thing, it's just the number kind of just pops off, you know, the like -9 damage or whatever, just kind of pops off the enemy instantaneously, and then it's just you're doing whatever's next. In this case, like when I dragged the damage onto the enemy and like I let off the button and the victory screen just immediately appeared. You know, there's not much in the way of taking the time to lay out all the things that are happening. It doesn't have to be like, you know, a sluggish thing. Like I'm sure many people agree. I don't personally care for the classic Final Fantasy style where everything is like this really dramatic animations that you have to sit through. You know, you can make them quick, but just have those little gaps of time. It helps, I think. Choose a card to add to your deck. Oh. Nine damage and 4 bleed. 4 bleed to every combatant. 7 damage thrice. Interesting to use the thrice instead of 3 times. That costs 2. I still don't know what this cost is. Or if it's this, I don't even know. That's another thing, especially when you're dealing with costs and numbers that affect something. I think it helps a lot to, when you're thinking about taking the time to communicate everything that's happening, find ways to communicate like what is being affected by every step. So like you can have little visual effects like you know, if something happens here that makes this go down, you know, wherever on the game page, on the play field, whatever you want to call it, sometimes you can have like little lights that fly up here or something like whoosh, but maybe a better idea might be you know, having an animation up here, some kind of little flash, whatever visual thing that corresponds to whatever's going on down here, that kind of thing. Same with like any of these meters and stuff. You always want to see like every little thing that's getting affected. Just like, you know, just take that moment to highlight it with some kind of visual. Obviously audio helps too, to show that these things are being affected. So you really, you know, really push every individual piece of information across to the player without them having to kind of fight to understand everything. I don't know which of these to choose. I don't really get a sense of like which one I would prefer, or which one is best. Let's do claw. So I didn't realize at first that I should click on that. I don't know, could I have clicked continue without clicking on that? I got 15 experience, 30 gold. Alright, so that took a while. I know it's like a lot of talking and stuff. Resistance and strength are the only stats that actually do something. That's a good tip. So this... Okay. This all looks like placeholder stuff. I was gonna say it's not like entirely obvious what is like a wall and what is a walkable area, but that's something that would be, I'm sure, more visually obvious if you had finished graphics here. I guess we'll just intentionally fight dudes. So again, this guy is hidden behind here. We got pretty much the same sort of cards here. 2 times 6. And the tooltip says 2 blood damage. Oh, this, alright. Unfortunately, this tooltip is being drawn under the other enemy, which isn't so good. Alright, so looking at this now, Like, if this is all I ever saw, this kind of makes sense, like... Well, to an extent. I guess 2 times 6. I guess it's 6 separate attacks of 2 damage. Which I could imagine... If you have some kind of a modifier, like a resistance or an armor or something, that maybe affects each attack individually, then that would, like, where this guy's doing 12 and where this guy's obviously 2 times 6 is 12. That might be significant, that it's like multiple smaller attacks versus 1 bigger attack. So I can understand if that's the case. That would kind of make sense to me. So the things that are confusing to me are, for one thing, you know, the last time I had a guy that just said will deal 2x damage, like 2x what? I don't know if that was intentional or not. Like, I don't understand that. The other thing is that, apart from the tooltip kind of being a little weird compared to the 2x6, it doesn't really mention the x6 part. If what I said was correct, like the idea of like 6 attacks for 2 damage, this alone is kind of ambiguous, because it could be 2 attacks at 6 damage, you know, that kind of thing. I don't really understand all of this stuff, like what the thought is behind this, but maybe we'll be able to see something visually in the combat here. So it seems to make sense to use some armor, right? Okay, so now I'm noticing I intentionally looked at this little circle down here when I let go of the card, so I can see that decrementing. So that's the thing, like, you can't really see this stuff unless you look at it directly. If something changes here, so adding the, you know, those visual animations and whatnot really helps a lot, because it's like, okay, at first it draws your eye to that thing, and then you can kind of see it increment or decrement. And then you can, you know, it'll draw your eye to the next important thing, and et cetera, and that way you can kind of control what the player is actually taking in for information, and that helps a lot. So we got 7 armor. I guess I could put more armor if I wanted, but instead, okay, so I can't click on, oh, sharp, deal 3 bleeding damage every time you deal unblocked damage. So does that mean he deals 3 bleeding damage to me every time I deal unblocked damage to him? Or does that mean he deals 3 bleeding damage every time he does unblocked damage? I'm gonna guess it's the latter, but the wording doesn't really help. Maybe this is... So these both have the same visual icon. Maybe this is intended for, like, in the future this would be a different icon or something, because it has the number. But where they have the same icon, the number doesn't actually mean anything unless you hover over it and read what it says. So that's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing it's a placeholder, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense, I don't think. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna attack this guy because he has lower health and he has a gun instead of a knife. I don't know. I mean, this guy, he has the sharp thing, so it kind of sounds extra dangerous. But I don't know. -6. Oh. He has the cover me effect, so he's taking 25% less. Okay, so I like the visual feedback of showing the numbers, like, really clearly what's gonna happen. A lot of games don't do that kind of thing. They just kind of say, you know, you're on your own to figure it out. So I actually appreciate that. So it just makes everything really clear, like what you're doing and what the results of your actions are going to be. Oh, it actually changes the text on the card. That's really interesting. Very interesting. I do like how you change the color of the number 6 so you can tell it's been modified. Alright, yeah, it was as I thought it was. But he did the extra bleeding damage, which... Oh, okay. Lose 3 health and reduce bleeding by 1 at the start of each turn. So that hurts. Restore 20 health. Actually, I just will use that because I'm below. Get the card. I guess we'll keep blocking. I don't think there's... I guess that's the graveyard, so to speak. It kind of looks like a grave now that I think about it, but I don't know. It's a little weird looking, but you know, the word graveyard is of course a term from Magic the Gathering. It's not like a universal... It'd be a discard pile, that would be the universal concept. So I don't know if that's what that actually is. It just looked like a card went over there or something. I don't know, just the visual is kind of weird to me. I don't know what that's... If it is a grave, it's kind of like, why is it a grave? Is it, you know, just because of the Magic the Gathering reference, or is it a... I don't know why cards would go into a grave unless they were like... You know, in Magic you have the creatures and stuff that actually die thematically. Dead! It's funny how the UI stuff flips over. It's quite funny. Oh. Oh, so that's just a straight up better card than Impact, okay. Oh, okay, so you throw away... You discard your hand after every turn, that's good to know. Yeah, so this is all stuff, you know, of course, you don't necessarily expect like a fleshed out tutorial or anything in such an unfinished game, but it'd be nice to actually be taught like how the combat and the game in general plays out, so don't have to kind of figure out by just screwing around and watching what happens. And I'm assuming my health is going to be permanent over multiple... encounters here. Okay, so I don't know how the math worked out with the armor and everything. I didn't really get any sense of what that did. I can only kind of guess. So yeah, that makes it hard to make judgments about that. Like I can assume with some confidence that it's reducing the amount of damage I take somehow, but I don't know how it actually interacts with everything mathematically. So with that in mind, I can't really make judgments about that. Like the last turn, I put on 14 armor on the character, and then used 1 damaging attack on this guy. So like it's hard to judge how that would compare versus like say I just put 7 armor on her and then did 2 damaging attacks on this guy, or say I just ignored the armor and played 3 damaging cards on this guy. Like which of these actions would have been better? I don't know, because I don't know how the math and stuff works out, and the visual interaction here when he does the damage and everything didn't really give me any kind of information in that regard. So it might be nice. I don't know, maybe wait, let me try this. Okay, that went into here, I guess. So I think it might be nice, since you've already kind of started with this kind of thing, if this is going to be reduced by the armor, it might be nice if once I applied the armor, if this would change to reflect that. It might be something to think about. Or 12, 4. Does this say 1x none damage? it's being covered up by stuff, but I think this is none damage. Okay. So this seems kind of buggy, I assume, but Yeah, it was weird. It did like 4. I saw these numbers flying around. There was a 4, then 12, then a 4. I don't know what all that was actually. Oh, maybe it was something. I don't know, something to do with bleeding. I don't know what all these numbers are flying around really. It's hard for me to tell, but let's go ahead and kill that guy. I guess we got some health back. Oh. Okay. Oh, I got level up. Got 2 AP we can put into things now. I think it's strength and resistance. The only things that do anything. There we go. Alright. Yeah, let's keep going. I know I haven't gotten very far. I've been rambling about things, but that's kind of what I tend to do. So, consumable white cards are powerful cards that disappear whenever you use them. So I guess they don't actually exist in your deck. Does that mean that they appear randomly, or do you get them somehow? So I think that was one of those draw card things that I noticed before that didn't show up in this menu. Got a white herb. Oh, well maybe that's Oh, okay. Consumables. Yeah, okay. So I guess. Oh, that's interesting. I can't open the menu. Oh, I was gonna say I can't open the menu when get out of here. I can't open the menu when the dialogue is like this, at least not through clicking appear. But I can do it through enter. So it's kind of silly. And you can also, like, I can hit E while this is open. You can also run around. You might want to disallow some of these things, you know. But yeah, so apparently this is your deck, and then you have items, which also appear as cards, from what I gather. So it's a little weird that it's like completely separated and represented in a completely different way. Like this doesn't look like a card or anything, but it shows up as a card in the battle, I guess. So it's a little, oh shoot, it's a little strange to me. Like sort of inconsistency there, I guess. Card with vanish written on them, disappear after you use them, and only come back after the battle is over. Alright, that guy is sharp. Interesting little visual that shows up to show that he has some kind of an attack modifier, I guess. 9 blood damage. I don't know what blood damage is. I guess blood is just your health or something. Or it's not bleed though. It's kind of weird if you say blood damage and then you say bleed. And they're like different things. I don't know, it's kind of strange wording, I think. So okay. So these guys are pretty weak, I guess. They have little harpoons. I guess I want to bleed this guy. And then I want to try to get rid of one of you guys to prevent you attacking me. So yeah, I don't know, like putting armor on my character versus dealing damage, I don't really know how to judge between those two things. So maybe this wasn't ideal, I don't know. Probably should have killed this guy and then let the blood effect happen for this again, but on the other hand, he was going to do more damage and I guess make me bleed more, so I don't know. Maybe that was the best. Alright, store 2 mana, draw 1 card. What is mana? Is this mana? Let's try to find out. Okay. Oh. Okay, so one question I have. Oh, what's this? Oh, I have talents that I didn't do yet. Sadism. restore 1 health. 1 health isn't very much, I don't think. It doesn't sound like much. If you lose health, heal for 1 health. Okay. I mean, that's a little better than this, I think. It's got numbers next to it, I don't know what that's indicating. I guess we'll do that. Alright. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something before I noticed this flashing thing up here. Oh, right. So about this, I'm guessing what happens is that if I play this, then I'll never have this again. Which I assume means that if I elect not to, that this will show up in like a future battle or whatever. This is an interesting concept if I'm understanding it correctly. But I do want to figure out if the mana works the way I think it does, so I'm going to go ahead and attack this person. Let's just use the armor card, and then do I just pick this up, or okay? It looks like there's a highlight on my character. Yeah, so I got this back. So that seems extremely powerful to be able to just keep playing cards like that, and you draw the cards. So that seems like an extremely powerful card. So it makes sense that it's like consumable, I guess. Which of course I didn't need for this situation, but I just wanted to know what it was gonna do. This one's blue. I don't know what the... I guess the number is down here, so like if this costs 2, then this would decrement by 2? Is that how that works? But this one's blue. Draw 2 cards. Alright, let's keep going a little bit. I've been playing for a while. I want to move on to something else. Looks like I found a save thingy. Oh, there's like a boss looking guy. I can just walk past, but 3 arcane crystals. What is... Oh, this? Oh, okay. I don't know what that's for. It's some kind of... Okay. This enemy will deal no damage. 12 blood damage. Okay, we've got our arcane boost again. I don't know why it's blue. Got lots of armor cards. So that's a little silly, but it's okay. Looks like we didn't get our health back. We did save. It might be nice to have health restore on save. It might be worth considering. Especially because, you know, you can imagine these situations might come at some point in the game where you might get into a rough spot where you have like 2 health and you find a save point and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna save, and then you save your game and then you end up like not being able to advance anymore because the next battle you just die every time, that sort of thing. If you just make the save points heal you, then you don't end up with that situation occurring. So when it comes to drawing cards, from what I understand, you throw away your hand at the end of the turn, right? So you'd only want to use that first if, like, presuming you didn't have like a good hand or something, like you didn't already have cards that you were happy to play, because otherwise it seems like it would be kind of useless. Of course, right now, like, my deck is just very there's not a lot of variety going on. I guess I want to try and kill this guy first. Oh, well, okay, so it occurs to me that... So the other thing, I didn't seem to wrap my head around this, but obviously because what I just said about how you apparently discard your hand after every turn, that it would have been worth playing this instead of this one. Again, I don't know what the blue means, but because this is just strictly better, so I didn't think of that. I'm used to, I used to play Magic and other games and stuff, but I'm used to card games where your hand is persistent. So when I'm comparing cards, I don't really think about it that way. That I should just always play the best ones, because a lot of times you want to save the better ones, or when they're more applicable or whatever. So I'm not used to thinking that way. But I guess we did everything in turn. Actually, I don't really know how this works. Like, what happens to the ones you don't play, and like, I don't know how this works exactly. It'd be nice to be taught what exactly is going on with the discarding and drawing and stuff like that. And the cards that you play, if they're consumed in some way. I don't know how this works. Deal 9 damage and 4 bleed. So for some reason I just got all damage cards this time. Apparently there's another guy that appeared at some point. I didn't realize that until now. Might want to put this on this guy. I guess he like spawns more dudes, but him having bleed might be helpful. On the other hand, if I just used 3 damage cards on this guy, then he would die and then he'd be gone. Alright, this is gonna hurt. I didn't have much health going into this, unfortunately. I didn't have full health, so it's gonna make things rough, I think, pretty quick here. I might just want to try to kill this guy. I don't know how he works with spawning the other enemies, so I don't know how worthwhile it is to kill individual guys here, unfortunately, so let's just do whatever. Oof, okay, we got our reflexes. The armor, again, I presume it blocks some kind of damage, but it's like, in my previous experience, I still got hurt and I armored up, so it makes me wonder like how useful that is. I don't know how it works exactly. So I can make this guy die, I'm pretty sure, but oh no. He's gonna be alive still. That sucks. It just worked out that way. Oh my gosh. Alright. 14 none damage. That's nice. Okay. Bleeding. Yeah, I'm super dead. Alright. Yeah, so we saved it at 49 health. That's pretty rough. I don't know how you even get your health back. Is there a way to get your health back? Oh, you have to spend for 25%. Why is it only 25%? That's really rough. Oh my gosh. And you have to spend these seemingly rare crystals on them. I don't know, some attempt at making things really hardcore or something. It seems pretty rough. I'd like to, if I'm gonna face like a boss battle, to be able to do it with a full HP pool, you know. For some reason there's a collision that's, I guess I'm being pinched between these. So yeah, this boss seems like it's gonna be rough unless I have more health. But yeah, the spending of the crystals just to get 25 HP seems really rough, and also like the number of enemies, like I skipped some of them obviously, but if I kept fighting them, like this number would have kept going down and down, and I just don't see anywhere like a reasonable place that I can get that HP back. So I'm not really sure what the idea, the thinking is there. Go ahead and bleed this guy. I'm just gonna try and kill him as fast as possible, I think. This guy just appears. I don't know, like, is he spawning them or do they, I don't know. 7 armor, draw 2 card. I really don't need the card drawing. I just I just got these extra cards from taking damage. You're dead. Oh gosh, he's covering everything up. Oh, okay. So, for some reason he's doing 12. I wonder where these numbers come from. Like, they seem to vary a lot, so I don't really know what they're derived from. Doesn't really give me an idea of what to expect from these guys, because it seems to be quite different from one turn to the next. It does give an idea, like, you might want to, if you could kill this guy, you could, and that's, you know, it's good to have that sort of consideration of, like, if you do this versus this, it'll be a better thing you can optimize. But because it changes every turn, it also, like if I can't kill him this turn, but I want to focus him down to kill him the next turn or something, like maybe this will change, like this is going to be the guy that's going to deal more damage next turn or something, I don't know. Let's go ahead and claw you. Damage, armor. Wait. Oh. I think I killed him and then I did 2 damage things on him. Alright, I'm still super dead, it looks like. I don't really have anything other than damage and armor cards, so even drawing cards doesn't seem like it's gonna do too much. But I also only have 2 damage cards, so let's go ahead and... Alright, another one. Kill you. That's not gonna kill him. And... I think there's a +0 over here. It happened too fast for my eye to see. It was from killing him. I guess it was something related to one of these talents. Restore 1 health. So maybe this was triggering like a feedback animation thing where it said like +0, even though I didn't actually have any points in the talent, so it's kind of pointless to have a +0 show up. I don't know if that's what was happening there, but it seemed like maybe that'd be the case. So yeah, he's going to do something. 23. How did he do 20? Oh, I have 22 bleeding. That's why. Alright, so the bleed mechanic is insane. I don't know. Like having 23 bleeding, that's like a quarter of your health every turn just from like not even being attacked. And it does that every single time, and it just stacks and stacks. That's crazy. Okay. Well, he doesn't have bleeding. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if I do focus these guys down, they won't just keep spawning and spawning. I don't know. Draw 2 card, but I don't have like a purpose for... Alright. More impacts. Yeah. Okay, so one thing... No, I am bleeding. I was wondering if the armor might protect against the bleeding somehow, but it doesn't. I'm still bleeding. Oof. 14 none damage. So he got... There's a little icon thing that popped up here, but it didn't tell me anything of value. I don't know what that was. Do we want armor or damage? I guess we just keep dealing damage. Alright. Arcane damage. I don't know what that means. It's gonna do 5. This says arcane on the on the card title. I don't know if that means that the armor is somehow arcane in nature. I still don't understand the difference between the colors here. Let's see what happens. Maybe this will give me a better idea of how the number 5 will interact with the 7 armor. Let's see, maybe because 7 is higher than 5, maybe it'll block it all or something. I don't know. Wait a minute. This does say unblocked. Huh, it says deal 3 bleeding damage every time you deal unblocked damage. So I wonder why, because that previous turn I had armor on, but I still got the bleeding when I got attacked. Not sure if that's working as intended or if it's just strangely obtuse. I think we're just going to... We've got the armor. We're going to deal some impact damage. We want to deal a claw. Let's make sure to use the claw. Impact. Alright. Okay, these guys, they're dead, but they're kind of taking up the space here, so maybe that means that more people won't spawn in. I guess we'll see. Hoping that's the case, because this guy seems a lot more manageable without the extra guys, and they do so much bleeding damage that really messed me up last time. Let's see what happens with the 5. I have to remember this number is 34. Okay. So instead of doing 5, he did... Wait, no, he didn't do 4 because I took like 4 bleeding? I think it was 4 bleeding because this reduces every turn, right? I guess he did 1? I don't know how that works out. Like, I had 7 armor and he had a 5 attack arcane damage, and I ended up losing 5 health total. I don't really know what happens there, but the armor did something apparently. Nine damage. I should just want to focus on the damage. Oh, if you read this, you're gay. Okay. Claw. Impact. Double all damage your target deals and takes for 3 turns. Huh. Interesting. So you could play that on anybody, I assume. Gain 3 bonus damage and 10% of your missing health back whenever you get a debuff. Vanish? Oh, that's just a... Okay, it mentioned the vanish effect on the card before, but it's just... The word vanish is just kind of hovering there. Like, I think you should put a period here and put vanish somewhere else or something. Or just after a period, at least. Crush. Wait, what is this? 3 bonus damage and 10% of your missing health back whenever you get a debuff. So it says it has the words whenever you get a debuff, so does that just put like an effect, permanent, or a status effect, I guess you'd call it, on your character, something like that, and then it gets triggered whenever this happens? I think that's what's gonna happen then. 9 damage, reduce your target's blood damage resistance by 20%. I guess like the red cards do blood damage. That's just the I don't know, element associated with the color or something. With the blue is arcane and the red is blood. I guess the bleeding effect is associated with blood damage. It's just kind of slightly confusing. Yeah, because when you say blood damage, it just makes me think of like the bleeding damage. It just seems a little bit too close in terminology. 3 bonus damage and 10% of your missing health. Given how apparently difficult it is to ever get your health back, this kind of seems nicer in that regard. I don't quite understand what the idea is with the health right now. How you're supposed to get it back in this game. I don't know. Let's go with this one. Alright, we're leveling up again. There you go. Firm. Whenever you lose health, heal for 1. Restore 1 every time you attack a bleeding enemy. So I'm sure like when you get these at higher levels, you're gonna get bigger numbers. It's just 1 health seems so little compared to the numbers we're dealing with in combat. I guess it's better than nothing. One bonus damage. I guess this is... I mean, this has more slots. Though I guess in theory you can attack a bleeding enemy multiple times a turn. You can attack them like 3 times a turn or something. But this would be more consistent. Like if you get attacked 3 times, then you might gain 3 health in. I don't know. This just seems outright better, but this has more upgrade slots, so I don't know. Okay, that guy's dead. I like how they flip upside down. I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and save. It's so crazy to me that I can't get my health back. Oh, there's a shop. Oh, that's cute. Okay. So I should probably wrap this up soon here. Yeah, I've been playing a long time, but it's cool. We found a shop. 75. It looks like we have 319. We can just buy a card, which is cool. So the deck building aspect is fun because you just have a lot of stuff and you can say, oh, that's a good card. I want to throw that in my deck, and it just feels good to kind of collect. What the heck, draw? Why is there so many draw card things? Why doesn't it just say like draw 5 cards instead of draw 1 card over and over again? You get this. I mean, okay, so I'm trying to decipher this. I'm guessing maybe that it means if you buy this, then this goes up. It's not an actual card. Or maybe it is a card and you have to actually play it, and then you get this or something. If it shows up in your hand. Which is interesting if that's the case, because I don't think that would affect combat in any way, but you'd still get the arcane crystal, which seems really important because it's the only way you can apparently heal. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the whole deck building mechanic is fun because it's fun to collect cards and find better cards. To every enemy that attacks you this turn. Holy crap. Wait, deal 3 bleed? As in, yeah, it's bleeding, not blood damage. That seems pretty good. I mean, over time, it's gonna, you know, it's slow damage, so it's not as good as instantaneous damage, but yeah, it seems good. I don't know, I bought it. Buy the arcane crystal, because it's weird. Oh! It has a 2 cost, though. 16 damage, Oh. Well, that sounds useful. Kind of. Yes, I don't know. Whatever, we bought some cards. Oh, it had some weird... Alright, so like if I hold to the right, sorry, to the left here, the collider is kind of weird. It kind of makes me slide up like this. It's kind of weird. also getting stuck. Like if I hold up and left, I get kind of stuck weirdly. So there's some weird stuff with the gliders here. Not really working very well. Okay. Yeah, I don't really feel like fighting because I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm still chasing this guy. Jump. Oh. And break some walls. No, I didn't know. Oh, okay. Right under the water. Okay. That's fun. Alright. Oh, I'm fight. Oh, is this the guy I've been chasing? I'm just gonna die. This guy's gonna do 12 damage. Wait, maybe the armor will help against this stuff. Gain 3 damage every time you are attacked. Oof. Okay, so you don't want to like waste your time taking him down. Alright, wait, what am I doing? I can armor. Oh no, I can't armor them. Let's kill this guy first then, if we can. 5, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, something bad is happening with my health up here. Some kind of a rounding issue. I don't know. That's really weird. Yeah, so I don't know what the armor actually did. The last time, judging by the numbers I saw, I couldn't really perceive anything actually happening with the armor. It's a little weird. Gain 8 armor. Oh. Why does this show up here? Versus bleeding in the picture? That's weird. I don't know. Alright, 9. I guess. Dedication. Oh, every time you get debuffed. Well, that's a big deal. It's a permanent effect. Oh, I mean, that's how it reads here, so that wasn't very clear in the card text. Wait, what? It said +1. Damage is increased by 2. Sorry, what? What? Why is his damage increased by 2? Isn't this supposed to increase my damage? Wait, what? But I didn't get debuffed, right? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is buggy. I don't know. So the wording on this is a little confusing also because it says remove all bleed from a target, gain armor equal to bleed removed. I don't know if that means that the target gains the armor or if like me as in this character gains the armor. So like if this person has like 10 bleed and I play this on them, will it remove their bleed and then give me the armor? Because that's kind of how it reads in my opinion, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if it didn't work that way, because, you know, that would be kind of a silly thing to do. It would be better if I removed bleed from myself and then gained the armor, but the card text isn't very clear, I don't think. I guess we're going to go ahead and... So I know he gets the damage up from this, but I don't know why he got the 2 damage up before. That didn't make any sense to me. He's gonna super kill me. Super kill me! Wait, he didn't even do any damage. Wait, why does he have 12 armor? Where did he get the armor? I'm confused. Why does he have 12 armor? Does he have some kind of an ability that gives him armor? Let's see how this interacts with the armor. Hey, bleeding? What? I'm confused. Did I play the claw one that gives him bleeding? But how does he get 4? 4 bleeding. I don't quite know. For some reason he's not managing to hurt me anymore, so that's helpful. I think he got health back. I think he got health back. So yeah, I'm not sure if he's using abilities that he inherently has to like get some buffs. Is that what's going on? His health and his armor and stuff, I guess. Be something to get across to the player a little more clearly, I would say. I guess more bleed is nice over time. But I don't know if he's actually going to do damage this time. It doesn't seem like he's been doing any damage to me for some reason. Let's go ahead and cast Retaliate. +3 pointy. Yeah, he's not. I think it's just bugged out. He's not actually harming me anymore. His damage should be enormous, actually, which is silly to think about. Like, I'm not sure how much of this is just buggy and stuff, but if I'm like, I've only got him down to like 1/3 of his health, and he's got freaking 55 damage buff. He could kill me in 2 hits, no matter how much health I have. That's like insane. Very silly. Okay, I think I can kill him. Wait, no, the armor. The armor's blocking stuff. He's got all the armor back again. 90. Oh, okay, so he's gonna actually deal damage this time, maybe. 91 damage if I don't kill him this time. I think that should go through the armor though, right? Okay. Coagulate. Oh, that's nice. Deal 7 bleed. That sounds pretty good over time. This costs 0. Apparently, increase the amount of bleed this card gives. I mean, that's not entirely clear what that means, but I'm guessing it means within the same battle. So if you play it again, within the same battle, then you'll have a worse cost associated with it. I'm gonna go ahead with this, I guess. Alright, so I guess we lived. I'm not sure how much of that was like bugginess versus, you know, maybe he was just casting constant buff spells or something instead of attacking me. Yeah, there's another boss type dude. I've got one of these for some reason. Got like no health and no apparent way to get it back. So this is really wonky, just how far that goes. It goes like off way off the screen practically. Oh, there's a wall there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so oh, that sucks. I don't think there's any way I can get out of this even. What the heck? There's two of these guys. Yeah, it feels kind of yucky, like not being able to leave a battle. I also can't, doesn't look like there's like a pause menu or anything for me to even leave the game. But I should probably wrap this up. I kind of wanted to see what that other boss was though. Maybe I'll just let them, maybe they can kill me if I just let them kill me. Alright, so these guys, apparently one of their abilities is spawning their little underlings here. So I can in fact die. Alright, that didn't take too long. Let's see what this is. Alright, he's got a little pistol and a curvy sword. Oh, this guy has a syringe. Okay, I can't actually read this, so that's not very helpful. I would like to know what that says. But, I mean, these are pretty cute designs. Again, I'm probably not equipped to, like, battle this to any capacity, so I think I'm just gonna give up and die here. What the plus 20? Holy crap. I guess this is a healer guy, and he's gonna, like, heal the hell out of everyone. If he could really do plus 20 health on all of these guys at the same time, that's insane. But yeah, I guess we could just try to dash around. I don't like that dash, the way it kind of flies into stuff that's not even on the screen. It just feels really wonky. Oh, we got turtles with cannons. I like the enemies. Yeah, it might be nice to maybe be able to run from battles. Oof. So I'm sure... This is annoying. Oh no. I'm sure there's a way to get across that without actually having to battle these guys. Yay, okay. So yeah, this is pretty awkward. Trying to get across these... Okay. These places. It's also weird because there's not, like, I'm kind of losing the sense of directionality here. It kind of looks like I could just kind of go in any direction almost. And there's not like a map or anything. So it just kind of feels like a weird sprawl at this point. Oh, okay, so I found something. But yeah, it doesn't feel to have any kind of directionality to it. Or like clearly defined paths, but I guess with enough wandering you can kind of figure stuff out. I don't know, I'm just wandering around and I found some, apparently is a mermaid chick. With a Hot Topic style of clothing. Huge, who's huge? What, me? The drugs? Plus, what the heck? What does that mean? Regeneration is not lost when it activates. I guess that regeneration is some kind of an ability that is typically lost, but it's just really confusing. This enemy will deal no damage. Oh, and this is regeneration, okay. Heal for 25 at the start of your next turn. Alright, so this person, whoever they are, heals a lot. I don't know. I'm obviously gonna die. 35 chaotic damage next turn. I'm gonna super die. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna click give up. So, oh crap. Did that, let me guess, this is... Yeah, it's a Godot engine game. So every time I quit a Godot game, it actually just kind of crashes and it throws this Windows error, a problem caused the program to stop working correctly. Every single Godot game I've ever played. So I don't know what the heck is going on with that, but yeah, so that was very interesting. I'm sorry to kind of cut it off abruptly like that, but obviously I've been playing for a long time. Lots and lots of interesting mechanics are in here already. It's actually really far along. It feels like, just the amount of stuff that's in the game already. So it seems really cool. Obviously, well, for me, I think the biggest thing is just the communication of everything that's going on. That's what I would focus on for improving. I think hopefully you could kind of tell how confusing different things were for me, and that would maybe give you an idea of what things to focus on. Also, just a little bit of education about the flow of the game in the start would be helpful. Obviously, that's something you tend to focus on more when you're closer to finishing, I guess. Finishing the game. But there are some elements that were a little confusing to me about the flow of the cards and stuff. And yeah, I don't know if some of that stuff was buggy or whatever. I don't know what the idea was with the health that never comes back and stuff like that. Obviously, I skipped a bunch of guys, so I didn't get much experience from them and things like that to level up. But yeah, lots of really interesting little mechanics, and I'm sure the game would just get funner when you get more cards and stuff, because you kind of start out with a really bland deck, I think. Which is fine when you first start, because it gives you less to have to read and think about, and so that's probably really good. But hopefully you could kind of expand your deck pretty rapidly and kind of get rid of some of those boring things, so you could get more interesting stuff right off the bat. But yeah, lots of good stuff in there. Just need some refinement for sure, but hopefully the video is useful for you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.